When I'm feeling down, I can't win. Pour a strong cup of coffee and I tune in. I'm waking on up to Java with Jim. Now I know my best day can begin. Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Java with the JIMS. My name is Jim Meyer, a broker associate at Remax Gold. Now you have a friend in the real estate business. We have Lisa Sophia Giordano here. She is your friend in the real estate business over there in Boston. Thank you so much, Lisa, for stopping by. Well, I'm drinking some coffee. My coffee is very delicious. It is so delicious. Kamala Harris is going to serve it with her next word salad. Are you excited?
Yeah, she's quite the character.
What's your greatest fear and how do you manage it?
It's sitting with my back to the door of a restaurant because of the incident that I saw in 1995. It's just any loud noises, anything like that, I still startle, and I refuse to even sit with my back to the door of a restaurant because of what happened to me.
Okay, talk to us. What happened?
Well, I was working on a Monday and I had my following, all the Charlestown people, and they were all waiting to get in at 11:30. And then at afternoon time, I heard loud popping, but I thought it was the balloons, but then it just didn't stop. And when I looked up, I worked alone, and when I looked up, I saw all blood and everything on the windows, and that's when I knew absolutely something's going on here. So I crawled on my hands and knees and I went out the back door, and there happened to be two Everett police officers sitting behind where the massacre was, and he chased the shooter out the door, and I went out the back door, and I ended up being in between the cop and the suspects, and it just scared me to death. And now I just can't, as silly as it sounds, I can't sit with my back to the door of a restaurant.
Well, that's not silly at all because you were traumatized. That's a post-traumatic stress disorder. It's extremely normal. I got that after my first 3 marriages. So, was there a name to that massacre?
Well, they called it the Charlestown Massacre.
Wow. Well, you know what? You were lucky that you survived. You're
I am
lucky
very
that.
blessed.
And was that the local police that were there?
Undercover cops from Everett having lunch there, and they had their jean jackets on, and they were sitting right in the booth behind them.
Wow.
And that was fortunate that they were there.
So that could have gotten really horrible. So that's
Yeah,
great that you're alive. And it's great that the Secret Service were not in charge. Am I right?
that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
Secret Service. I met Rick Shields from Secret Service for President Clinton.
Oh,
And
really?
I met him in Faneuil Hall, and we started talking, and they were all here because they were, President Clinton was at the Vineyard.
Uh-huh.
So we all went to this, they had adjoining rooms at the Ritz-Carlton, and we all went there, and it was pretty interesting because I wanted to get the scoop on Monica.
Well, who doesn't?
And he told me some stuff, but it was interesting meeting him.
Yeah, were you sworn to secrecy?
I was sworn to secrecy, but
Oh.
then when I saw red flashing light in the closet,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, what is that? He's like, don't go near there. So, but that was interesting because all my friends are like, don't leave there. We need the whole scoop on Monica Lewinsky.
That's right. Exactly. Well, she's out writing books and talking to everybody. You could probably go and get some more 411 from her one of these days.
Right. Monica Lewinsky.
Good old
It's all-
Monica. Okay,
It's all
so Are you you want to come back tomorrow and talk a little bit more?
Absolutely.
Don't argue with me. All right, we're gonna see you again tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, for another exciting episode of Java with